welcome to this episode of the How to Choose Happiness and Freedom Show. I'm your host, Lauren Foster, happiness coach and founder of Be Happy First. And happy last day of March. I remember distinctly the first day of March. It was the day after my best friend's wedding, and it was beautiful, sunny and warm, and we were outside in shirt sleeves, and so that's how this saying goes: in like a lamb, out like a lion; in like a lion, out like a lamb. So it's supposed to snow here tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. So happy lockdown, everybody. I hope you're doing great out there in these very unusual circumstances for our time. But, have faith that this is going to be behind us, and, hunker down and learn while you're here with me today, and, figure out how to turn this into a really wonderful experience and to get the gifts and to find the silver lining. So good morning, Mandy. Thank you so much for being here. I loved your picture of that on the rock today. We live in a really beautiful part of the world out here in East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, and lots of chances to get outside. All right, so last month was all about relationships, and in the post there's a link back to those videos in case you missed them or you wanted to brush up on anything. And so I found myself with this weird in limbo week, because on Tuesdays we talk about the theory of things and we pick a topic every month, and then on Thursday we come back and do the how-to, the practical steps as to how to accomplish the theories that we talked about on Tuesday. So I just found myself with so many ideas about what to do with this week, and I got overwhelmed by those. And then, whenever you start to feeling weird and icky, you just attract more weird, icky feelings and thoughts. And so I started having all these doubts, like nobody's listening anyway. What is the point? Why are you the voice of self-doubt that we all have, that we just have to practice to keep at bay? Well, my solution was to hop on the couch and watch Outlanders for the whole weekend. So I feel like I'm speaking with a Scottish accent today. But really great show, by the way. There's no TV here, so I'm protected from unwanted news or advertising or anything like that, but there's no lack of entertainment. So Netflix and Amazon Prime, stay here the rest of my life and never run out of things to watch. So that was my weekend. I hope yours was good. So what I finally decided on is that we'd do a quick overview of the law of attraction, because it's so very relevant all the time, and it's so very easy to forget where our work comes in. All right, so there's 3 steps to the law of attraction. 1, we ask. 2, the universe delivers. And 3, we receive, which means we get lined up and aligned with and allowing what it is that we've asked for. So step 1, asking. We do this all the time, guys. Whenever you see something that you despise and like, oh, I don't like that, the universe hears you and says, she doesn't like that. Okay, so now stay with me, because I'm always talking about getting specific in what you want, but that's actually in the receiving phase, which might feel a little bit out of whack, but it's not. So just bear with me. So we are asking all the time, these dark times where we are, our freedoms are limited, we're having to make all of these adjustments in our lives and experiencing uncertainty about our work and our businesses and our money, and, not to mention our health. There's fears about that too. So all this new stuff is stirring up all kinds of contrast, which, if we will let it, will let us get very clear on what it is we do want. So if you see something horrible that you really, really don't like, say thank you, because that gives you clarity about what it is that you really do want. So we have asked, and we've been asking ever since we arrived on this planet, and the universe has heard every word. So we really don't have to worry about the asking phase anymore. All throughout our living, we're asking, all right? And then the universe is delivering. We don't have to worry about that either. That's not our work. That's God's work. And God's piling everything that we want right up outside our door, waiting for us to open the door. Okay, so the receiving part is when we actually figure out which door it is and go and open it. Does that make sense to you? So if you say, no, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, the universe says, okay, you don't have to have that. Look over here at this, but you don't look this way. You keep looking at the thing that you don't want. This is not receiving. This is how you are continuing to get the things in your life that you don't want, because you are continuing to stay aligned with the things that you don't want. So I don't want to be stuck at home. I don't want to, have to keep my kids here with me. I don't want to keep my husband here with me. I don't want to, all of the things that are happening in our lives right now that we don't want to. Let's turn our attention away from those and look for the gifts. Find the things that are amazing about this. Find the ways that we can turn lemons into lemonade, if you will, and get lined up with what it is that you really want. So on Thursday, when we come back, we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about, first of all, how to figure out what it is that you want. There's like a 5-step process that we have, and I'm going to get that all together for you and ready to hand over to you and talk you through on Thursday. And then we're going to talk about, again, how you can use our journaling playbook to guide you. Once you're in this place of knowing what you want and what direction that's in, these journaling steps will keep you on that path. So, but I can talk until I'm blue in the face, but none of this is going to work for you unless you actually pick up the journal, pick up the pen, and do the work. Do the actions. Get yourself exposed to 5 positive things for every 1 negative thing that you're exposed to counteract the negativity bias that's a part of your brain, your primal brain that's there to protect you. So the law of attraction: ask, the universe gives, and you receive. And this is where your work is. This is where you get really clear on what it is that you want and what that feels like, and get lined up with that and figure out where the door is that corresponds with that delicious wish, that awesome job, that amazing bank account, that beautiful 6'2" Scottish lover. Another Outlander reference, sorry. That's where I've been for the past 3 days. So this is the trick, folks. Just get lined up with it. Figure out what it is and get in tune with it and start allowing and making it welcome into your life. So this is a short episode today, but I'm going to be back in just 2 days to delve more into this and give you some practical how-tos as to how to do this. In the meantime, remember that freedom is your birthright. Happiness is a choice, and you can always choose to be happy first. I'll see you Thursday.